Alright everybody, welcome back to Dark Souls 2 Bows Only. This is part 12. And this is the hardest part of this entire run. Now, I'm going to explain why I'm using the Avalon right now, because originally this really was just a bow only. The reason that it was changed to bows only is because I thought, well, I might be able to use a crossbow to actually be able to get damage off on these guys. And it turns out that that was not really the case. Avalon is way too slow in reloading, it's way too slow with shooting, and it doesn't do enough damage. Currently I'm using a mundane one. I actually went and respec'd all of my stats to equal out so that I could get the most out of the mundane build. And unfortunately, it just did not work out the way that it needed to work out. I tried a great bow to get the amount of damage that I thought that I would need, and that didn't really work out either. In fact, that made it even worse, as a great bow probably would make it worse. The big issue comes with the fact that so many of these guys spawn, and due to the fact that I can't do enough damage, and the other knights are not doing a whole lot of damage to these guys, it just ends up with a lot of these guys building up. And in fact here, I actually sped up the footage, because even though this is a 12-minute video basically, this took, I want to say, about 20 minutes. And finally I had enough of the Avalon, and I just started using my regular bow that I've been using. So, like I said, the biggest challenge of this came from just how many of these guys there are. And if you look on the screen now, there are, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 of these guys throwing fire, running after me to hit me with their axes and hammers, putting their shields up. It's a big clusterfuck of a fight. So I actually stand corrected when I thought about what the longest fight was, and it definitely was not Sin. It definitely was this. This is sped up by 300% right now. Yeah, it's fucking insane, man. But you know what? I ended up pulling through, and it's funny that I respect, and I actually even tried to bring out the Avalon again. I don't know what I was thinking, but you know, after respecking, I actually had less dexterity with the respec than I did when I initially started trying to do this fight. So I'm doing less damage than I was before. It really was just trying it and retrying it again and again to actually get down to where I was able to defeat this fight. Yeah, these fire guys. I was lucky that these two were the last ones that I had to deal with, but at the same time, some of their fire attacks really damage you pretty well, and they track really well also, so. I remember actually saying this to a few people who knew I was doing this run. I had actually said to them, I don't think that I'm going to be able to actually do this. This doesn't seem like it's possible. But, you know, it did end up being possible. I did the infinite Elizabeth mushroom farm that you can do in Aldia's Keep, using bonfire ascetics and the guys that that respawn that you can unfreeze with the whatever they're called, the branches. So having those constantly active pretty much, and using the health refill that they give, because it doesn't matter if you have full health, they'll keep that regen effect on the entire time, and when you lose health, you'll still continuously regen, you know, as long as the effect is active. So Burnt Ivory King himself is not really that difficult. The most difficult part about it is actually just getting to his part of the fight where he comes out and fights you. Not doing a whole lot of damage to him, but his moveset isn't extremely difficult to dodge. He's got a few like random weird hitboxes once he enters his second phase, where he basically, you know, has a lightsaber. But that's pretty much it. I wish that I hadn't respect and tried to use the Avalon, but you know, you live and you learn with that kind of stuff. And I would just like to clarify too that when I did the farming for the Elizabeth mushrooms, I did use the bow to do all of that. I didn't, you know, I didn't switch to any other kind of thing. So I was going into like new game +7 doing pretty pitiful damage on those things, and having to run past Lucatiel's brother every single time I did it, and that farm was relatively annoying, but it more than made up for it with what I was able to do with the Elizabeth mushrooms. And right there you can see a famous, you know, weird ass Dark Souls 2 hitbox is that, you know, and I don't know why the hell something like that happens, but I've seen it happen in Dark Souls 1 as well with Super Ornstein's spear attack. So, I don't know, maybe it's just something with their programming. But yeah, the biggest issue with this fight, like I said, was the beginning, and having to fight all of those guys at the exact same time. I could only imagine how long it would take, or you know, how shitty it would be to do that without the other knights in there with you. I never want to find out. So, yeah. That's pretty much going to be it. The next episode, we're going to have the last 3 bosses that are left, which are the, you know, quote-unquote challenge areas of the Dark Souls 2 DLCs. Where you're pretty much supposed to use co-op to even get to the boss, which I've always kind of found funny. All of those run-ups are pretty bad. I don't show any of those in the next video, I don't believe. I think I originally was going to, but decided against it, and just keep it strictly on the bosses. So stick around for that. That should be coming up. Actually, I'm probably just going to finish the commentary on that one and upload it the same day as this one. I've uploaded 4 other parts of this video yesterday and the day before, I think. So, yeah, we're going to finish this series. I'm going to get it all up and start working on some other stuff. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.